Chapter 3. The day the Viceroy came. That morning, Gopal's mother took out from a wooden box a little brown coat with brass buttons and yellow piping and put it on him. This happened only on great occasions. The smell of camphor lifted his spirits. He smelled like his father, he thought, and gave him an immense sense of importance. He picked up his slate and proudly strode out of the house. At school, he joined the other children bubbling with joy in their own Sunday best. The Viceroy of India was passing through the small town. He was to alight at the railway station with his spouse and immediately get into an elaborately decorated open coach drawn by well-groomed horses and ride straight to the residency. From there, less conspicuously, in a sedan car, he was planning to escape to the hills for the summer. Circulars had gone to all schools, months in advance, instructing the authorities that all children should be presentably dressed and arrayed on either side of His Excellency's route on his arrival to cheer him appropriately. The headmasters and teachers were in a state of institution betray, a lack of loyalty in any respect. Special drill classes had been ordered and intensive and fatiguing training had been given to the children to participate in the great event. Gopal, of course, was quite unaware of the importance of his role and the duty he was to discharge towards the crown even as he marched to the railway station along with the children. He was happy with the little chunk of sweet distributed to celebrate the occasion and the festive mood that had infected everyone in the school. Even the drill master wore a smile and went about, his muscles relaxed. At the railway station, the children were lined up on the footpath according to their size and shape, the better dressed ones in the front row. Gopal was giddy with expectation and suspense. The drill master strutted up and down the line as if he was reviewing an army parade. He talked to people with the air of a liaison officer. Even the headmaster consulted him and took his advice on many points connected with the arrangements. Every few minutes he looked at his huge wristwatch and announced the exact position of the approaching viceregal party. But an hour passed without anything being announced about the Excellency's arrival. The drill master admonished the noisy ones and sauntered away to find out the cause for the delay. But as time wore on, the sun grew irksome. The whole assembly began to droop. The teachers, one by one, sought the cool shade of the avenue trees. The children squatted on the ground in groups and wilted in the heat. As Gopal viewed his companions languidly and was about to resign himself to boredom, he felt a ticklish sensation in his left leg. He was startled to see a big black ant crawling up. He jumped about as if he had stepped on a live coal and managed to shake it off. It grated blindly and came towards him again. Gopal pushed it away with a small twig. But it returned brandishing its whiskers with vicious intent. He became annoyed with its obstinacy and flicked it away little more savagely. The ant landed far away and rolled in the dust. Gopal was pleased. He waited for its next move with fascination. It recovered immediately and seemed to go mad with frustration. It picked up the scent and moved towards him like an enemy tank in a battlefield. So expressive was its fury that Gopal had a momentary misgiving and emptied it on the charging ant. It came out of the temporary burial vastly puzzled by Gopal's new tactics. Gopal felt a mixture of triumph and compassion. He gently picked up the bewildered ant on the twig. It clung to it and remained still as if admitting defeat. Then it began to pick its way carefully along the slender stick. It came very close to his fingers. It would have climbed onto him, actually. If the hand had not let go his fingers at the moment and held the stick by the other, walking back towards Gopal's fingers. But Gopal repeated the trick, shifting his fingers in time to the other end of the stick. He liked this game and it went on unvaryingly for a long time. Then suddenly, he heard a blare of trumpets and the band striking up, "God Save the King." There was a lot of rush and bustle around him. He turned his attention from the ant to his friends. They were already at the edge of the footpath, standing in a line. He was about to drop the twig, the ant and all, to rejoin his friends when he discovered to his horror that the ant, which ought to have been somewhere near his finger, was nowhere to be seen. He shivered with fright at the thought that it could have climbed over his fingers and got lost in his sleeves. He frantically looked for it all over his coat and on the ground. It had completely vanished. With an uneasy feeling he joined the group. But His Excellency, the Viceroy of India, had already gone. The gathering dispersed rapidly. "I saw him so close," announced one of his friends. "I liked the horse," said another. "He is no doubt a man with a great personality," Gopal heard the drill master remark. At home, his mother asked as she removed his coat to fold it and put it back into the wooden box, "Did you have a nice time?" "Yes." "Did you have a good look at the Viceroy?" "No." "Why?" "I was busy." R.K. Laxman. Glossary. Immense, huge. Strode out, to walk. Elaborately, perfectly. Admonished, to scold. Sauntered, a leisurely walk. Brandishing, to shake in air. Vicious, cruel, dispersed, scattered.